These are the custom tactics and instructions for the 4-2-3-1 formation in FIFA 22. After the patch, this is truly an elite formation which will really help defending against the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-3-1-2 narrow. So let's jump in, squad, and get you set up. Now, if you've got any questions throughout the course of this, just hit the subscribe button and drop a comment down below. I respond to all my subscribers. Alternatively, jump into the free Discord or into any of the live streams each week on Twitch. So to set this up, team, as always, we're going to hit the L2 button, go to Custom Tactics, and hit L2 again and pick a slot to put this new formation in. Now, if you've not yet tried the 4-3-1-2 from last time, it is an absolute attacking powerhouse, but with power comes responsibility, and now I'm going to teach you how to defend against my own formation. So relax, take in all the information, and let's get these tactics set up for you. So you want to leave your defensive style on balanced. Defensive width we're bringing in to 45, just tucking those fullbacks in case we come up against any narrow formations to create a really solid defensive unit. Defensive depth we're going to have on 42, which is probably the deepest I've ever had a formation on FIFA 22. However, we're going to counter this by having some really attacking player instructions, so we're going to be solid at the back but still have plenty of great attacking options. So 45 and 42 on the defensive. Now, the offensive side of the game. Build-up play, I'm going to recommend to leave on balance. We're going to couple that with forward runs. So this combination basically means that your players will still show for a pass in your half of the pitch, but when you get into the opponent's half, they will go in behind, looking for those through balls and those crosses and those wide areas, so you can start a perfect counter-attack. Now, if you are someone that's not comfortable triggering runs with the L1 or LT button, you can change that to long ball, which kind of does the job for you, but you run the risk that no one is going to show a pass for you, and you could be a little bit isolated if you prefer to play a little bit more of a passing game. So my recommendation is put it on balance, but there's nothing wrong with changing it to long ball if you prefer it. Attacking width of 70. This is the widest I've ever had it in this formation, but since the latest patches, there's a couple of things that have become really OP now. First of all, defending is really OP, so you want to spread out your opponent's defense. So having a width of 70 means you've got more space for that striker in the cam to run in behind. Now, the second thing is crossing. Back post crossing is really overpowered in FIFA now, and as much as I hate crossing, you've got to go with the flow sometimes. So having a 70 width means that you can get players in behind, get the crosses in, or play through the middle, spread out the width, and get those forward runs in behind. Players in the box, nice and neutral, leave it on 6. Corners and free kicks, up to you lads. I like to have it on 1 and 2, but entirely up to you and how you like to play. So then, pretty straightforward in the tactics. It's the instructions that really set this apart from other 4-2-3-1 setups, so we're going to dive into those now. Quickly before we do, if you've somehow got this far without having subscribed yet, then welcome to the channel. Please consider hitting subscribe to get all the latest FIFA content to take your game to the next level. Right then, let's get these instructions sorted, boys. Starting with the striker. You want a fast striker. They need to be on balance width, get in behind, conservative interceptions, and stay forward. The central attacking midfielder wants to be on stay forward, get into the box, stick to position, and conservative interceptions again. Now, your left and your right attacking midfielder, you'll think I've gone mad. Bear with me. They want to also be on stay forward, get into the box across, stick to position, conservative interceptions. So what this basically means is we've got enough in defense as it is with the 4 at the back and the 2 CDMs. However, when people attack us with 4-1-2-1-2 and formations similar, quite often they're going to have the fullbacks going up as well, and they're going to be leaving themselves exposed. So because we've got these 4 players up on the halfway line ready to attack, when you win the ball back, you can immediately counter-attack your opponents if you like to play that way, or you can just go and have the advantage of having more players to tick-attack your way up the pitch. The choice is yours. So for that defensive side then, your 2 CDMs, you want one of them to be on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, cover centre, and stick to position. The other one is going to be exactly the same, except for just changing the attacking support to balanced attack. So they're going to be more of a box-to-box player. They're going to go forward and help out in the attacking third as well. So the fullbacks next. Normally, I do like them to step up and be a bit more aggressive, but in this formation, we want them to be tucked in line with the centre-backs. So they're going to be on stay back, normal interceptions, overlap and stick to position. Now there's nothing wrong with using the fullbacks in the attack if you want to trigger them on a runs, but usually we want to keep these at the back and just attack with our attacking 4 players plus that extra CDM. Your centre backs, standard, don't change anything with the centre backs. Finally, the goalkeeper, change this to however you prefer. I like mine to be aggressive, so mine's on come for crosses and sweeper keeper. You might think this all sounds a little bit balmy, but this works beautifully after the latest patch to make the game a lot more interesting, keep you solid at the back, but really aggressive in the attack. Let's get into some demonstrations and show you how this looks. This formation can stop central formations in its track. As you can see by that central overload, it stopped the counter-attack and forced our opponent out wide, giving us time to get our shape back. Meanwhile, with those 4 players with stay forward instructions, we can quickly turn defense into attack and use that width to expose gaps in behind. This formation is not just about counter-attacking. Having those wingers out wide means that it can create more central space for you to pass it around and exploit the gaps to get yourself into the box for shooting opportunities. If you prefer to play more possession-based football, this formation gives you the perfect shape to be able to probe your opponent for passing opportunities in behind while still being defensively solid. King Frank is still at it. I touched on back post crosses earlier in the video. Don't be afraid to mix up your build-up play by getting the ball out wide and planting one on the back post. That wide width means you'll always have a winger there ready to stick it in. This clip demonstrates how the width transitions from defense to attack. Notice how the 2 wingers spread out wide, meaning there's a perfect gap to play them in behind quite often. And how do you like your chips? However you like to play the game, this formation will help you take control of tight matches and play the game however you want to. Just remember, when it's time to seal the deal, let the king do his thing. Thanks for watching, team. Make sure to give this a thumbs up and leave a comment down below how you found it. And until the next video, have yourselves a great day. And I will see you.